So you read online and then they told you always ignore a girl. It's gonna make her chase, right? Well, is they going to really? Well, that's the thing. A lot of people have questions regarding, right? So I know that you might have heard it somewhere else. You might have read it. You might have read it somewhere. A friend might have told you this, but you're always told that ignore a girl and she will come after you. Well, are they right? Are they correct? You know, should you be doing that? Is that gonna work? So these are all the questions we're going to be answering, okay? So is it alright to ignore a girl? What kind of girl should you ignore? If you ignore a girl, are they gonna come back? Is it smart to ignore a girl if you wanna attract them? If you wanna get them, if you wanna sleep with them, is that the move? Is that the best move? Just ignore the girl and she's just gonna fall right in your bed? Right? Yeah, so stay tuned as we answer these questions. Attention! Hey soldier, what's going on? It's Papi here. Oh, hold up. Her Papi, your Papa. Well, what's going on? So today is a great day. We're gonna be talking about the art and psychology of ignoring a woman. I know you guys, you saw it somewhere there. Maybe you searched on Google. I don't know. Maybe you asked your mother. No, actually you couldn't have asked your mother. You asked your father. You may have asked your grandmother. You may have asked your grandpa. Actually, not even your grandmother, your grandpa. You may have asked your uncle. How do I get this woman? This girl is doing this, is doing this, is doing that, is doing blah, blah, blah. It's driving my head crazy. How do I get it? And you went crazy about it. After failing from getting advices from everybody you asked, you decided to, you know what? Screw it, I'm gonna go get his advice. And maybe it was that old man across the street who was mowing his lawn. And he told you, come here, young one. Sit down. Then he told you, if you want to get the girl, you gotta ignore her. Treat her like shit. Be an asshole. Treat her like she doesn't exist. That's how you're gonna get her. Oh, you became so happy. You probably went home and you're like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. You put on your, your swagger on, you started going out there. And then your neighbor, Miss Emily, we'll call her Miss Emily, God knows who she is, but, she's saying, hello, Charlie. You're ignoring her, you're just mean mugging her, you're just walking. You go, the bus driver's like, good morning. You're just mean mugging, you're walking. And there's a lady in the bus, maybe in the wheelchair. She's like, excuse me, young sir, can you move so I can pass? You're just ignoring her. You're like, no. Because what are you doing? You're practicing what you're preaching, right? You're ignoring them. Because you think, you know what? Ignoring women is what's going to make them attracted to you. First things first. You don't want to do that. Don't abuse your powers. Use your powers for good, not evil, alright? We're going to dive deep into here today. We're going to discuss, does it actually work? Does ignoring a female actually work? Does that make them more attracted to you? Does it make you appear higher value? Make you appear more of a man? Alright? I gotta hand it to you. It does work. That's one thing you should know. Ignoring a female does work and it does make them attracted to you. But there's an exception right here, right? A lot of people tend to overdo it. And a lot of guys, they overdo it and they do it on girls who are not even attracted to them in the first place. Like, just think about it. If you're ignoring this girl here, a Samantha or an Ashley or a Crystal or a Sarah, whatever, and she's never paid attention to you a day in your life, you think it's gonna work? You think all of a sudden she's gonna be like, oh, there's something different about? No, hell no, right? And that's why it's important to do it to women that noticed you, that you're talking to, right? You can't just do it to anybody. That's the exception, right? You gotta do it to somebody whom you have already a connection with. You already talk to them, right? Because if you do it to somebody that you haven't, you still don't exist. Hello, you were a Casper once, you're still a Casper now. It's like, you know what I mean? You're a ghost, basically, right? So that's one of the exceptions. The second exception here is you don't want to just do it to all the girls, right? You want to do it to a specific type. And do you know what that type is? Of course, the type is the one that basically is the toxic one. You know, the needy ones. The ones who were such a headache. The ones who are immature, disrespectful. Those are the type who you want to apply this to, right? Not the respectful ones, not the ones that they make time for you, they take care of you, they cook for you, they do all this stuff. Not those, all right? And certainly not your mothers, grandmas, you know what I mean, your aunties, not that nice old lady over there on the wheelchair who's asking you to carry her shopping bags for her. Not, you know what I mean? Certainly not those, right? You can't just do it to everybody. Because I'm telling you guys this, I have to tell you guys this, because I know there's going to be a few of you who are going to go right now outside and they're going to be acting like this. I call it this because I don't even know what it is, you know what I mean? Just like a lunatic, a oompa loompa, you know? No, you don't want to do that. All right? So here, let's dive deep into the kind of girls that you need to be doing this to, all right? So when we talk about that disrespectful, toxic, immature, childish girls, I'm talking about the ones who, for example, right? Let's say you guys have a date. You have a date planned for 7 o'clock, but you told her, hey, get ready. We're going to meet here at 6:45. We need to reserve a table, so show up 15 minutes early. You already made plans. Everything is established, you know? And she's like, all right, that's fine. That works with me. And then you go ready. You drove yourself over there. You're there 15 minutes early, and the girl's not there. And you're wondering, oh, okay, maybe she's just a few minutes late. You text her, you know? Hey, are you almost here? She doesn't reply. The time reaches, you call her, she's not picking up. You call her multiple times, she's not picking up. You leave a message, he doesn't get back to you. And then she replies like freaking 8 hours later, hey, so sorry, I forgot about that. I had something to do. Or hey, so sorry, I got a stomachache, or I was at the hospital, or I got into a car accident, or I was helping my mom with something, or blah, blah, blah. No, those are the ones especially you gotta do this to, right? Because as you can see here, is not only did she disrespect you, but she wasted your time. Time is important, right? You can't be doing that. Now, if you're like most guys who are like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, are you able to come right now? You know, you're just kissing her ass like that, then I gotta slap you. You can't be doing that, you know? So the correct move there would be to just literally don't reply. Simple as that. All right? And I mean, some guys, they create rules for themselves, right? They give themselves like, you know, they give the girl 1 strike, or they give her 2 strikes, 3 strikes, whatever. It's up to you. But usually as a male, you need to make it clear that your time is valuable, right? Don't let anybody disrespect you in that sense. And that's what I'm talking about, right? Another thing here is like, let's say those type of females who make those type of jokes, which are so annoying, which we all know. They're not really jokes, but they're more like statements, which are passive aggressive, but they're more like, I don't know, I think they intend them to be funny. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like when the girl, for instance, is like, oh my God, your eyebrows are so nice. Do you do them? Or, oh my God, you remind me of my grandma, the way you dress. Stuff like that, you know? When they make those kind of statements that they just make you, like the Incredible Hulk, you know what I'm talking about, right? That's when you need to control yourself. Why? Because as guys, as men, we are logical. We're supposed to be logical. You're not supposed to be emotional. We'll leave that to the females. We don't need that emotional shit. But as male, as alpha male, you want to be non-reactive. Now, of course, we got our feelings too. We have our heart. You know what I mean? It's okay to show feelings here and there. But just remember, if you show her weakness, she'll destroy you. If you ignore her, she'll adore you. That's a very popular saying, right? Now, there's another one too. If you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan. That's how exactly it goes. You can't be putting these women on pedestals, you know? And especially when they disrespect you, do not continue to just validate them, you know, because you're teaching them the wrong behavior, right? That's when you have to just ignore them. You know what I mean? If she does something you don't like, ignore her. If she said something stupid, don't reply. don't be afraid to leave her on red. Don't be afraid not to reply on her, you know, on your socials and stuff like that. That's what's exactly you gotta do. Because there's a lot of guys out here, you know, the girl will say something so disrespectful, they're against it, they're whatever, but yet they're trying to play it cool, and they're still texting. I'm like, bro, if you're not feeling that, if from deep down, why are you doing it? Why are you replying to it? Why are you entertaining it still? Don't come from a scarcity mindset, you know? And that's the one thing you gotta realize. So in those instances, that's when you give them that cold shoulder. That's when you ignore them. And trust me, it's gonna work. All right? You gotta create boundaries for yourself, right? She does something you don't like, she said something you don't like, the way she's behaving, the way she's whatever, boom, ignore her. Avoid her. Don't talk to her. You try to hang out with her, blah, blah, blah. She flaked on you. It's all right. Maybe give her one more chance. Up to you. 50 chances. It's okay. I won't judge, bro. But moral of the story, don't just be ignoring any females out there. Every and all females out there. You gotta ignore them based on their behavior, what they've done, right? Because to tell you the truth, there's some nice females out there who are sweet and caring, and they show you affection, and they go out of their way to you know, to look after you, to make sure you're well, you're okay. You know, they make you feel loved. Now, ignoring them here is a little bit too disrespectful and immature of you. But on the other females there, on the other spectrum, you know, the lying ones, cheating, disrespectful, dishonest, all those types, the toxic ones, you know what I'm talking about, because I'm pretty sure some of you have already been with this type. Those are the ones you definitely need to ignore. All right? So that's it, soldier. That's the message of the day. I hope you guys are going to use it to good here, right? Don't abuse it. Don't overuse it. And remember, follow the points I've talked about to the T. And last but not least, I would like you all to comment down below if you ever tried it. Has it ever worked? Have you ever ignored a female and she's come back to you? You know, so yeah, if you had experience with that, I definitely want to read your comments. Make sure you comment down below. If you like the video, for sure like it. All right, leave the thumbs up and then subscribe. Stay tuned because we're going to be releasing more of these games, you know, what you guys are going to enjoy too. So subscribe to stay tuned so you're alerted whenever all these new videos drop. I've got plenty more for you guys. All right, and last but not least, just remember, whoever cares less wins.